Hi, everyone. Welcome to bonus session 2. This is bonus day 2. This is Capo Theory and Rhythm, and this is our officially final bootcamp session, which it's bittersweet. I hate to leave you all, and I wish this could go on forever, but it's also so beautiful to see all of the life change, the breakthrough, the transformation the people in this bootcamp week has had. It's been truly an incredible week. If you guys can't sound and visuals, you guys already, you know the drill. You're already letting me know that everything sounds and looks good. That's excellent. Tonight's gonna be, or tonight, gosh, it's afternoon. But today's going to be awesome. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time. We're going to talk about rhythm and strumming. We're going to talk about how you can flow with the rhythm. We're also going to talk about how you can create your own strumming patterns. I'm very big on teaching students how to strum and find a rhythm and strumming patterns without looking at strum direction. I'm going to talk about that. Basically how you can, my professor used to always say, the best job of a teacher, the most important job of a teacher is to make the student their own teacher. So that's kind of what I'm going to be giving you tonight with rhythm. So we're going to talk about rhythm at the top of the lesson. Then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about capo theory. I'm going to talk about what a capo is actually for. It's not just to, avoid bar chords. It's not just to move things up or down. We're going to talk about how you can actually map out the fretboard of the guitar with the capo using the cage system. I've got some great resources for you guys today. It's going to be a great time. Now, there's also something very exciting happening today. The doors to the All Access membership are opening at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern, set those alarms. The doors will open, and right now I have it planned for the doors to stay open until this coming Friday, February 6th at midnight. And the silver membership, as I've said before, that is unlimited. As many people want in there, silver is that we'll get rock and roll, and that can stay there for the whole week. But platinum gold are very limited. And I will tell you the amount of emails about the interest in platinum and gold are greater than the number that are available. So I will say, if you guys are interested in it, please hop on as early as possible. If you want to get on that link 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before, and just keep refreshing that page, please do that. Because the people that really wanted it, which I'm assuming if you are in this session and you've probably attended the other ones, if you're in the session, you really want the learning. So guys, get in there. Okay. Now I do want to talk about some, let me set the guitar down for this. I do want to talk about exactly what you will look at when you click that link when the clock changes to 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Okay. So bear with me. I know I do this so that we can teach, but I want to just do this so that there's complete, clear communication as to what you're going to be seeing tonight when you purchase your membership, and what is sent to you, and also what you see as soon as you purchase it. Okay, so give me 1 second here. I'm just going to open this up. Okay, let's start the screen sharing. So actually, before I start the screen sharing, in the description, I know I usually go through all these links. If you've been in here for the past few sessions, you already know what these links do. The link to purchase the membership is Caitlin'sGuitarAcademy.com. Caitlin'sGuitarAcademy.com. That is the link to purchase the membership. That is the link that we have been looking at for the waitlist. So if you click the link in the description, it will take you to this page. Okay. This page is going to change 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern tonight. Okay. So in 3 hours and 26 minutes, this is going to change into this. It's going to say All Access membership, lifetime access. Okay. If you are wanting to get the membership as soon as possible, as soon as you get on the page, go to the very bottom. Now, you can read through everything that's included here. We've gone over it before, but I would recommend scroll to the very bottom and click the membership. Now, obviously, it's not made public yet, so the memberships are not on here. It will have silver, then gold, then platinum. Choose the one you want. Let's say we want to choose gold, which will be in the middle. That will take us to this page that says Gold Member. Now, there's a lot of great information on this web page here explaining everything that you get, the value of it, and the amazing stuff here. If you already know you want gold membership, as soon as you get on this page, scroll all the way down. Get all the way down there. You'll go through all those courses. You'll see everything that this includes. It'll say this is gold membership is an $8,000 value. Keep going down. It will say you can get it all for just, and you can choose your pricing plan. I'm not going to reveal it today. The reason why I'm not revealing it is because I had said in previous bootcamp sessions, the prices will be revealed at 6 p.m. Eastern when the doors open. And I'm a woman of my word. I want to be fair to everybody because I know today's session was at an awkward time in the afternoon. I have some people that couldn't make it, so I didn't didn't want to announce it tonight and give that information when I can't give it to everybody. So I just got to be fair like that. Now, for the gold membership, the first people in there get a free one-on-one action plan call with me. So you're going to purchase your membership. As soon as you purchase your membership, let's say you get the gold, it will take you to this page. It says, thank you for your purchase. Okay. It says, thank you for your purchase of the gold membership. And guys, please read this when you purchase your membership. This information again will be emailed to you, but please read this just to make sure that everything is well communicated. It's going to tell you that you now have lifetime access to everything that the gold membership includes. To access the course content and the community group. Now, silver membership, it's just course content, but for platinum and gold, you also get that community group. To access it, you're going to use the buttons below. There are buttons below to go to these things immediately if you want. Now, I changed this because remember last night, if you were here last night, I said within 24 hours, I'll be sending you an email. I was like, well, maybe people don't want to wait. So immediately after you purchase, you will be able to access the courses. You will be able to also accept your invitation to the community group. Again, this is just for gold and platinum. Now, if you need to contact me for any reason, you can hit that button right there. Now, another reason why I put that, I'm gonna address this here real quick. There are only 150. Here we go. There are only 10 platinum available. There's only 150 gold available. I know I've got the doors open for the week. I will tell you right now, it's not going to take a week long. It could be 24 hours. I don't know what it is, but if you want whatever membership you want, go for it as soon as you can. Okay. And if you just want silver, great. That'll be there for a while. You're in no rush to get that. But if you want platinum, go for platinum. If you cannot get into platinum, get into gold. Get into gold because you will have access to the community group and everything that platinum has. And you'll be able to purchase separately one-on-one coaching calls with me. So if you cannot get platinum, don't wait around thinking, oh, I'll just wait till next year. Grab the gold because those will go. Okay. So as soon as you click those buttons and if platinum is done, immediately get into gold, okay, to reserve your spot and you've got it. If you're wanting gold and you cannot get into gold and only silver is available, listen very carefully. I did not say this I said half of it. I added something new here. If you cannot get into gold and you're desperately wanting to get into gold, I want you to do a few things. One, grab the silver membership so that you have it. And I know silver membership, it's unlimited, so there's no rush to get it, but get it soon because what you're going to do, if you want gold, grab the silver membership and I want you to contact me, email me, and that contact button is right there at the bottom. It's also the contact page here. Okay, it's the contact page here in the description, the contact page that you guys have been contacting me through this entire week. As soon as you purchase silver, hit the contact button. Send me a message saying, I wanted gold. It was sold out, so I got silver. Put me on the list. What I'm going to do is there will be timestamps when these emails come through to me and I will have it marked because it will sell out fast. And what will happen is there's going to be people that are wanting gold. So that's the first thing that I want you to do is purchase the silver, contact me and say, put me on the list for gold. Once I have your name on there. Now I cannot guarantee that this will happen, but just in case, I'm trying to make this happen for as many people as possible. There is a 14-day money back guarantee. Okay. There's 14 days. If someone says, this really isn't for me, I don't want this within a 2-week window, they can let me know and I will refund them and they will unenroll from the community group. Okay. Now, if that happens and let's say I have 5 people do that, then there's 5 slots open. What I will do is at the end of that 14-day window, I will contact the people on that list. Again, these emails are timestamped. And let's say there's 5. I will send the email to the first 5. Okay. And they'll have about a week-long window to decide if they want that or not. And if they don't, it's going to the next person on that list. So that's something new that I wanted to do just to, again, try to make this happen for as many people as possible. Now, I cannot guarantee that will happen. I will say I have sold hundreds of these memberships. And out of hundreds that I have sold, I've offered the money back guarantee refund. I have had one. I've had one person that didn't want it. And the reason was because they were going through some life change and moving in a different job. So it might not happen, but I want you to do that just in case. Okay. Now, something else that people have asked me, if I wanted gold and I can't get gold, should I wait till next year or should I just grab silver? Grab the silver. Here's why. The prices that you're going to see tonight will be the lowest they will be. When I run this, I'm going to run this once a year. when I run this next year for 2027, these prices will not be as low as they are now. So gold will be probably, it'll be higher. It'll actually, if you look at what the price of platinum is tonight, if you grab in there and it's there's still some left, gold will probably end up being the price of platinum. Okay. So what I want you to do is grab the silver. Now, what I'm going to offer for next year is basically an upgrade or an expansion of your silver membership. And I have it marked who is silver and who wants this, okay? So for the ones that purchase silver for this year, I will be offering the upgrade. Now, the upgrade for next year to get into gold, you will basically be paying the difference from this year's price, not the new, more expensive price for gold, okay? So regardless, if you want platinum, you can't get it, grab gold. If you want gold and you can't get it, grab silver. Email me saying, put me on the list if somebody backs out, and you will be on that list. It's timestamped. And then you will have a chance, if you can't get into gold after that, you will have a chance for next year to upgrade your membership for the difference of price as it is this year rather than the more expensive price for next year. Okay. So I wanted to make that clear. And then something else I wanted to let you know, because I've had, with these announcements, I tried to announce what I've gotten multiple questions about. Platinum comes with 12 one-on-one coaching calls that you can book. I haven't put it on there, so I would do it once a month, but you can really book it for any time. Platinum members, you're going to get the email from me explaining with directions how you can book those calls. Now, I've had some people say, well, if I can't get into platinum and I get gold, can I ever book a coaching call? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. There is actually a link at the bottom of these descriptions that says book a one-on-one lesson with me. That's a link to book the lessons, okay? Also on the emails that you're going to be receiving from me, it will say, here's how you can book the lessons, and you can always book the lessons anytime that you want. Now, it will be, the platinum guys are going to get a great, guys and gals are going to get a great value for the 12 sessions that they get a book with me. But you can always, even if you get silver, you can always book a lesson with me. You can book a lesson with me even if you don't attend the boot camps, okay? I am a guitar teacher. That's what I do for a living. I love teaching people. I will just say gold and platinum members get, it's a lot cheaper for the lessons. The platinum, the lessons are included with a great value. Gold, I didn't really, I kind of announced this, but gold members get a 10% discount on all lessons in the future when you have that gold membership. So it is totally worth it. Actually, just getting the gold membership is, it's a fantastic value. Let's just say that. So that's what I wanted to just make clear. If you are ever interested in booking calls with me, booking a one-on-one session, it's just best to do that as soon as possible. Right now, I'm booked through mid-March, and there's only a handful of March slots left. So things are moving quickly, but I try to do what I can to always be able to help people and to be able to teach people as much as possible. So that's the things that I wanted to address. Just kind of some housekeeping things. Just things that might have fallen through the cracks. When you purchase your membership, read the page as soon as you purchase that membership. That will have, you can immediately go to courses, immediately go to the community group. The Teachable site, my course site, will send you an automated email saying you can access the courses here. Within 24 hours, whether you purchase silver, gold, or platinum, within 24 hours, I will be sending you like a personalized email saying welcome to the Academy and all of these things. And guys, please also remember this. If you do purchase any of the memberships, silver, gold, and platinum, I am an email away. Once you purchase your membership, there's actually, and you can kind of explore the site, there's a place for silver, gold, and platinum. There's a place inside the course site to contact me where you just say contact the instructor, contact the teacher. There's also, if you're gold and platinum in our community group, a place to direct message me. Okay, so please, if you purchase anything, I'm there. Now, something else I wanted to show you, because I have still gotten questions on this. The gold and platinum that has the community group, is it Facebook? Is it social media? No, it's not. It's our own private group. So if you do get gold and platinum, you get the all access community group. We have a discussion board where people are talking and just great things. You can also have the live streams where we have these once or twice a month where I hop on and we have a good time teaching things. We did the Lindsey Buckingham. That was the latest one. That was back in January. Rhythm and groove, such fun stuff. So again, this is just gold and platinum. And you can also, you can ask a question at any time. You can also suggests masterclasses. Like Maureen last night, she put on how to memorize songs. That would be a great one because that was brought up in the bootcamp sessions. You can also direct message me at any time. It's just a fantastic thing. There's a video on the All Access membership waitlist that breaks this down in depth if you do want to check that out. Okay. So, but those are the things that I do want to get in the teaching, but those are the things I just wanted to share because things are going to get hectic tonight. Okay. But we're gonna as many people that I can let into this group as possible, and I will let you know I am very generous with honestly. If people are hungry to learn, I want to do anything and everything I can in my power to make that happen. And I've got it capped at 150. And I will tell you right now, if there's any wiggle room possible, I'm gonna wiggle the heck out of it. Okay, so that's about it. Guys, I know after I do all of these, I always say, if you have questions on anything, contact me. Yes, please contact me if you do have questions on anything. Today's going to be a really hectic day because as soon as this is over, I have to prep the new web pages, refresh everything, and get all that going so the emails are sent out as soon as possible. So please give me some grace if your questions are not answered at all. But I will say, if you are on the fence about getting the membership and you have like one question of, does she cover secondary dominance or does she cover modes in her courses? I don't really want to purchase it yet until I know she covers modes, which I do cover modes, but let's just say as an example, that was a question and you asked me tonight and I didn't, and you're like, I'm not going to buy the membership until she responds. Go ahead and buy it so you save your spot. And if you realize, oh, it didn't have this course that I wanted, which I tell you, I think you have plenty of courses there. I don't think anybody's not going to have enough learning here, but just buy it. And then if you decide you don't want it, it's a 14-day money back guarantee. Okay. So I just wanted you to know, if you have a desire to be in this, just get it now. Okay. So if only 150 gold memberships are available and it's lifetime next year, what happens? Are you saying another 100? So it will be probably it'll be a smaller group, but I'm going to scale everything a little bit differently. It'll be a little bit of moving parts, but we're gonna fit as many people in there as possible. It will probably be expanded. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. But guys, if you do want gold, just grab gold now. Grab it now. Okay, so we're going to get moving here. As always, if you have, I'll do a little Q&A time today at the end of the session. It is a hectic day for me. And it was a cold day. Here in Florida, it was 27 degrees today. But it is a hectic day. So the session today is going to be a little bit shorter. The last ones have kind of run 2 hours or over. So we're going to try to keep this an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Okay. But we're going to get into the teaching for tonight. This is Capo theory and rhythm. I want to start with rhythm, and then, because I think that's a little bit more general. I think most people are going to want that. And then we'll get into Capo theory. Will all silver get a chance to upgrade, or only those? So all silver will get a chance to upgrade next year. Okay, that is guaranteed. But the ones that are trying to get into gold this week for this year, it's only if there's like a refunded slot. So I mean, we're talking probably like, I don't know. I don't. Again, I've done this for hundreds of memberships, and I've had one person refund. But yes, if you get silver, you'll get a chance to get gold. But I will say, just grab the gold now. Grab the gold now. Okay. Perfect. And I've had to kind of, I've just had I was not expecting to have the massive people that are trying to get into gold, but, I was thinking, I was kind of going to cap it at 75, and I thought, no, let's expand it. I'm glad I did. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Buckle up. It's going to be a really exciting evening. And, again, guys, I'm an email away, a contact page away if you do have questions on anything. And, I know I got to get into the teaching. But I have said this before, and I want to make this very clear. I try to answer as many questions as possible during this bootcamp week, because this is my season of helping as many people as possible. If you are a gold and platinum member, like, you've got me, you can direct message me at any time. Even if you are a silver member, you can contact me through the course page. I'm not as fast with those. Gold and platinum are the ones that I try to respond as quick as possible. But if you are not in the all access membership, that contact page, you can still contact me, but it is, it will take a while for me to get back to you. I've been very, very efficient with things this week. I will say, if you are interested in being able to communicate with me and bounce questions off of me or anything, Gold and Platinum are first priority with all of that. And I have very limited time to be answering things, but when I do, it is Gold and Platinum. They get everything from me. Like, I am their coach. I am their personal guitar coach, and I will answer anything and everything I can. Silver, you can still contact me through that group, and I try to do all of that, but it's not the priority that Gold and Platinum get. If you don't have any of the tiers, it's very difficult for me to answer all of those contact page things. But if during bootcamp season, I really try to be as present as possible. Okay. If you're trying to get into Platinum, will you know right away? Yes. If you're trying to get in Platinum and it's not available, it won't even show up. Okay. It won't even show up. Okay. Let's get into it. Sorry, I'm trying to be respectful of everybody's time, even mine, even my dog's. My dog is wanting to go outside. Baby girl, we've got a little bit of time left. She will make her cameo at the end, as always. Let's get into it tonight. Let's talk about rhythm. Okay, so rhythm. So something. Let me start with this. Something that I have a lot of students tell me is they're talking about themselves when they say this. They say, I don't have rhythm. I have terrible rhythm. I don't have rhythm. I can't find the strumming pattern, or every time I strum, it sounds robotic and harsh and mechanical. I don't have rhythm. I can't groove. And this is my answer to that. We are rhythmic beings. Every single person here, even if you think you don't have rhythm, literally has a rhythm inside of them. Our heartbeat. And not only do we have a rhythm inside of us, but it is keeping us alive. We're literally kept alive by rhythm. It is within all of us. So I will tell you right now, we were created to be able to feel rhythms. Now, there's obviously some of my students they just naturally have it, okay? They naturally have it. And some people feel like they naturally don't. You do. And what we're trying to do today is, even if there's a little bit in there, and we're going to try to exercise that and build that rhythm muscle, okay? So I wanted to just preface this entire session with that. So the first thing that I want to talk about might seem a little boring, but this is super, super important, because again, this is all about transformation. Good transformation starts with a solid foundation. If we're talking about rhythm and strumming, let's talk about strumming technique first. Okay, so now some of you might already be pros in this. Awesome. Some of you might not even know if you're strumming correctly. So let's talk about this. Strumming is a blend of the movement of the elbow and the wrist. Now, the purpose of the elbow is so that we can get through all of the strings, okay? Windshield wiper through all of the strings. If we just strummed with the wrist, we might not be able to get through all the strings. So the elbow allows us to reach all of those 6 strings, okay? The purpose of the wrist is to smooth things out. If I was just strumming with the elbow and I lock the wrist, it's going to sound a little raky when I'm getting back up, okay? So that wrist allows us to smooth it out, and our elbow allows us to reach everything, okay? That is what we're going with here. Now, I had said this back in the cage system night. The best technique really starts with a relaxed state, a relaxed posture. So I know that's easier said than done, but the more relaxed we are, the better our strumming will sound. It's very hard to force yourself to relax. So the things that I'm going to show you today will help with that. Now, if you've never really worked on strumming technique or strumming or anything, you want to always start with just getting down strums, okay? Just down strums. Just get those down. You can do this with a metronome or whatever you want to do. Now, the up strum. This is where I'm a little bit different of a guitar teacher. Up strums are different than down strums. Well, obviously, it's probably the dumbest thing I've said all bootcamp sessions, right? Up strums are different than down strums. Yeah, they're different directions. But even more so than that, we're going against something. We're going against gravity. So down strums, we're falling with gravity. Up strums, we're going against gravity. So if I'm going against gravity, what do I need to go against gravity with something? I need tension or something pulling me up. There's some sort of, anytime I'm going against something, that is tension. And we don't want that on the guitar, right? What I said like the past few days, we don't want tension. So we somehow want to be able to do upstrums without tension. So you will never hear me say in any of my courses, sessions, or anything, I will never just say, okay, let's just do a ton of upstrums to practice our upstrums. No, because that's just tension, tension, tension. Okay. So what we're going to be doing here is we want to change the way, transform the way we are thinking about upstrums and also downstrums. I want us to think about this. Try to image this first and then I'll show it to you on the guitar. Let's think about the downstrums as us dropping a tennis ball. Okay, if I drop a tennis ball, it's going to go with gravity. That's our downstrum we're going with gravity. Our upstrum is going to be the tennis ball bouncing back up. Now, in order for a tennis ball to bounce up off of the ground against gravity, it can't just start at the bottom and then just bounce up. That would be really freaky. That just doesn't happen. So if a tennis ball was on the ground and just randomly bounced up off of the ground, for something is wrong, but that's also like us just doing upstrums by itself. The tennis ball bouncing up needs to be a return bounce, right? The only way a tennis ball can bounce up is if there is a dropping of the tennis ball and then it bounces back up. So that's how we want to think about the upstrums. The upstrums are going to be a physical energetic response from the downstrum. Our upstrums are a continuous flow of energy that started with the downstrum. So I never want my students to just think about upstrums by themselves. Okay, that's the first thing that I want us to kind of have with our mindset. Again, we've talked about this before, especially with scales and improvisation. Sometimes taking yourself to the next level is just a mindset shift. Let's shift our mind when it comes to the way upstrums are done. Okay, so I want to talk about how you can actually start practicing this and strumming along to things. Okay, now, when you are learning a song on the acoustic guitar, you're strumming along to a song on the acoustic guitar, we can look up a chord chart and find the chords. Okay, and I'm going to use the song Hey Jude for this class. We're going to be talking about the song Hey Jude. It's just I think it's a great strumming song. It's a really nice BPM, very, very, it's a very natural feeling song. So I'm going to use that song. So I could look up the chord chart and kind of just create my own strumming pattern. I could listen to the song and try to mimic the strumming pattern, because on the record, it's something like, it's like down, 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 and down, 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 up. It's some pattern like that. I could also I could Google like Hey Jude strumming pattern, or on Ultimate Guitar, sometimes they have the lines that say, okay, like down, down, up. We're not doing any of that today. And honestly, if you want to get really good at rhythm, where when I say really good at rhythm, meaning we can internalize rhythms and understand these rhythms and feel them really well and not make them feel forceful, but feel like they're very smooth. If you want to become a great rhythm guitarist, stop reading strum directions, or at least don't start with reading strum directions. Let's say that. Because if we just see on a chart, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, 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 even me saying that sounded robotic. It might end up sounding down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. It's going to sound a little robotic and harsh. We're also thinking about the upstrums by themselves. So we're not going to do that tonight. What we're going to do is I want to talk about the steps of how you can actually, how you can internalize the rhythm and actually create, or I should say it like this, how you can capture the rhythm on the acoustic guitar, how you can allow the rhythm of the song manifest on the acoustic guitar. I know that's weird, but let's think about it like that rather than just reading a strumming pattern. And we're still going to do this with Hey Jude, that has like a very specific strumming pattern. And honestly, I'm going to say this. Let's forget the strumming pattern. Our goal is not even to do the exact strumming pattern of Hey Jude. Our goal is to understand the song rhythmically so we can do whatever we want and it's gonna feel and sound good. So this is how we do that. Now, the first thing that I want us to think about when we're starting this is, obviously, we'll pick the song and all of this. There's something called time signature. Time signature is basically how we count each measure. The most popular time signature, probably 85% of the songs that you're going to be learning, are in 4/4 time. We are not going to look at a single thing of theory today. We're not going to read actual rhythmic value, because this has to be practical. I want to teach you rhythm in a practical way where you don't have to be obsessing over what does an eighth note look like? Wait, the 16th note has 2 flags on it? None of that. None of that here tonight. We're being practical musicians with this because rhythm has to be practical. So what we're going to do is let's first think about what time signature is. It's how we count our measures. Basically, how we feel a song is it, and the most popular one is 4/4. All that means is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Jude, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That song is in 4/4 time. Okay. Technically, if there's some music theory buffs in here, they might say, well, couldn't it be 12/8? Yes, but we're not even going into that, okay? Now, that's really the most common time signature. Another common one is 6/8. That's where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the sake of this lesson and the sake of us being efficient on time, we're just going to cover 4/4. It's probably 85% of the songs that you're going to learn anyway, okay? So, if we have, and you can also just Google, like I'm learning Hey Jude, just Google Hey Jude time signature, and it will tell you if it's in 4/4 or not 4/4, okay? Which is also called common time. So that's the first thing we want. So once we have found what the time signature is, that is now our heartbeat. Remember what I said before? We are rhythmic beings. We have a rhythm inside of us. We have heartbeat in us. That's now our rhythmic heartbeat for the song, okay? That is our technically quarter note of the song, but that is the first rhythmic value that we are going to be focused on. So before you even start strumming along to this song, we need to, if we cannot physically internalize the rhythm, it's not magically going to happen when we have the guitar. It's actually probably going to get screwed up because we don't have it internalized yet. So what we're going to do is, and for the sake of this, you're going to hear my beautiful untrained voice because I don't want to have this flagged for YouTube. I would play the recording, but YouTube ends up flagging some stuff if you have like a copyright MP3 playing. So I'm just going to beautifully sing this song, okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to find that heartbeat. There's 2 great ways of doing it. One, you can try to do it by ear. For example, hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. So I'm clapping to that heartbeat. I kind of naturally felt that, and probably some of you in here could feel that as well. Now, if you think, I can't feel that, I don't know where somebody do CPR on my song. I cannot find a heartbeat here, okay? If you can't, this is what you're going to do, and it is very simple. You're going to go on Google. You're going to type in, Hey Jude, BPM. BPM means beats per minute, and that is the metronome marking. So if you go on Google, even if you open up another browser right now or another webpage and type in right now, Hey Jude BPM, it will say, Hey Jude has the BPM of 75. Remember that number. You're then going to pull up a metronome. If you don't have a metronome on your phone or you don't know how to use a metronome, Google the word metronome and a metronome will pop up on Google and you just change the number to whatever you want. We're going to do 75. So if I have my metronome set for 75, that's the heartbeat. So if you can't naturally find it, here it is. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. That's my heartbeat now, okay? So that's all you need to do. Google your song with the letters BPM, that number. That is the heartbeat of the song. That is also your quarter note. And some people said 74. It could very well be 74, okay? But that is your heartbeat. So what we're going to do now, you're going to, and this might be time consuming, but I would recommend doing it. You're going to play the song. You're going to have the song going on in the background, and you're going to clap to that entire song. You're going to clap on that heartbeat. If you need to use a metronome, you can. Just, hey Jude, da. You're going to do this for the entire song. Okay, so maybe you want to pick like a 2.5 minute song. Okay, but the purpose of that is because rhythm, when we're strumming, is like when we started riding a bike. Okay, when you first start riding a bike, within 2 seconds you fall over. Then within 4 seconds you fall over. But if you can at least get it, if there's longevity and you actually get it, then you got it. When I was riding a bike, my dad said something like, if you can last 10 seconds, you'll get it, right? So we want to lengthen this so we can internalize this and kind of imprint on what the rhythm is. So that is what I want you to do is I want you to clap literally to the entire song on that heartbeat, on that's technically called the quarter note. We can call it the heartbeat if we want. Okay, that's what we want to do. Now, what we're going to do, the next step here, we're going to do it on the guitar. But now if I show you the chords of Hey Jude, there's an F, there's a B flat, there's a C dominant 7. Some of us in here might be like, I don't want to do that yet. We don't have to. We're not going to play any chords. So this is the next part. We're going to mute the guitar. We're just going to lay our fingers against the strings. It's muted. I'm not pressing down. I'm just touching the strings. We're going to now play the song in the background, have the song recording playing, and we're going to strum to that heartbeat. Hey Jude, da, da, da. That's all I'm going to do, okay? Just down strums. These are just down strums. That quarter note heartbeat, it's going to be down strums, okay? Now, the next step, we're still not going to strum chords yet. The next step is we're going to double those strums. Now, I would recommend still doing just down strums when you double these. We're going to double these strums, and we're now, instead of just the heartbeat, which is 1, 2, 3. Starlight does look bored, yeah. She's a Beatles fan, though. Don't let the yawn surprise you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to double it. Now, technically what this is called an eighth note. It's twice as many as the quarter note. In order to count this, I'm still going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, but in between each of the numbers, I'm going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the numbers are still landing on the same places. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that is the next step. Okay? You can play through the entire song, half the song, whatever you want to be doing. That's the next step. Okay? Again, so far we have not read what the strumming direction is. We haven't even listened to the song to really find out what the actual strumming direction is. I don't want us thinking about that at all right now. We got to figure out how to actually just jump in and, again, allow the rhythm to manifest on the acoustic guitar or the rhythm guitar. You can also do this for electric guitar, yes. So that's the next step. Now, the third part of this, we are going to now play 16th notes. What we're going to do, very simple. We are going to, in between every single down strum, because right now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're going to put an up strum in between those. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now you do not need to be counting it like that. You can even just think, okay, quarter notes. Let's make the eighth notes double. Then we're just going to do a down up. That's the next one. Let me go back to the eighth notes. I'm sorry, the eighth notes. And then the quarter notes. Here it is. Now pretend you had the song playing on in the background. I'm just going to sing it. Terribly so, but I'm just going to sing it. And this is a great thing to do. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Let's go to eighth notes. Take a sad song and make it bad. Now 16ths. Remember to let her into your heart. Let's go back to eighth notes. Then you can start. Chord notes. Better. Okay. Now, why is this important? This is very important because when you read strumming patterns, if we were going to read the strumming pattern for Hey Jude, it is a mix of quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. Most strumming patterns never go smaller than 16th notes. And even reading that might make it very confusing for us to have to read 16th notes or count it like that. If you can learn how to strum along to the song with whatever the smallest rhythmic value would be, which in this case would probably be a 16th note. For most songs, 16th notes is as small and as quick as you go. If you can map out a song with all 16th notes, and that is like your bass line, B-A-S-E line, not bass line. That's basically our rhythmic foundation, is all of these 16th notes. Then we can get really creative with it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the chords. It's an F, it goes to a C, then there's a C dominant 7. Check out caged or open chords. Your foundation gives you all of those. And then there's also a B flat that I'm doing in the E shape, okay? So I'm going to play this entire thing now, and I would only do this once you feel comfortable with the chords. You know, just make sure you got those chords down. But I'm going to now first play this song with just that heartbeat or the quarter notes first. And I'm just going to do a verse of this. I don't want to punish you guys with having to sing a full song for you, but here we go. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Just quarter notes. Now, so I did 3 different types of strumming patterns there. I did just the quarter notes with a heartbeat. Technically, I did double that and did the 8th note, double down. And then I did 16th, which was now just downs, down ups the whole time. But that is such a healthy place to start. We've not even thought about what the actual strumming pattern is. But that is how you can do this for any song. We didn't have to we actually didn't even listen to the song. I just sang the melody, right? Okay. Now, after that, you can kind of start to feel the groove a little bit. Dun, dun. And you can do a mix of quarter notes and 8th notes, but and 16th notes. You can do a mix of this. But even if I mixed it up, and let's say I have down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. This is still going to happen. What we want, remember how I said our 16th notes is our like baseline, B-A-S-E line, okay, foundational line here. So if our foundation is these 16th notes, my hand is always going to be doing this. If the actual strumming of the song is down, 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 up, down, 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 up, doesn't that look really harsh? Regardless of whatever the strumming pattern is, I will always be moving my hand to these 16th notes. That is why that exercise was so important. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So even if it's down, 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 up, down, 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 I can do something entirely different. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. See how this is never stopping? This is never stopping because, again, the up strum is that continuous flow of energy, okay? It's that continuous, I'm not doing down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. I'm not doing that. So that is a great way to really jumpstart your rhythm. Now, if you are in the Gold and Platinum membership, I do have some masterclasses on here. I have a Rhythm and Groove masterclass. I have a Strumming Secrets masterclass. You guys get the recordings of that. If you are if you're in Silver, I do have the Strumming 101 course. That's great. But Gold and Platinum, you guys get a lot of those extra Strumming masterclass resources. Okay, so this is absolutely amazing way to just start internalizing the rhythm. We want the rhythm to start here, and then we want it to manifest on the acoustic guitar, or again, you could do this for electric guitar as well. Okay, so that's the rhythm thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, is my guitar too loud? I'm so sorry. Let me turn it down. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm only human. So what we're going to do now is I want to talk about the capo theory. Okay. So someone says, the strumming pattern even really matter? Honestly, no. I mean, if you want to play it exactly like the record, yeah, great, you can, and you can find what that actually is and listen to it. But the more important thing is to be able to actually understand or comprehend the song rhythmically. Okay, so let's talk about capo theory. Capos are very important. Obviously, if you have played with a capo before, you probably enjoyed playing with the capo because that kind of prevented you to use a bar chords. Okay, now. What most people would say I'll even say this now, and if you want to type it in, go for it. What is the point of a capo? Why do we have a capo? What is it actually for? Sometimes I have people say, so you don't have to play bar chords. Sometimes I have people say, so you can move something up or down. For example, if I was playing a G chord and a C, and I wanted to play that higher, well, I could put the capo up here, put it on 1, and now it's higher, right? It's higher. I could keep going on, and it does make it higher. So we want to, again, mindset shift, right? We want to change the way we're actually thinking about the capo. Instead of thinking about the capo as, oh, I love this thing because it's going to prevent me from playing bar chords. I don't ever have to learn bar chords, so I want to learn this. I don't ever have to learn the cage system with Caitlin's crazy bar chord shapes, right? So to change the key, that was a good one, very good. But instead of thinking about it like that, or also instead of just thinking, I can move things up or I can move things down, we want to think about the capo as this is a tool that can outline the fretboard, allowing us to play in any key shape we want to. So let's think about the things that I just said there. It's a tool. Okay, we got that. This is a tool to help us. Obviously, it does help us. Outline the fretboard so that we can play in any key shape we want to. Now, before I talk about the outlining of the fretboard, and what the term key shape even means. Some people in here have probably never heard of that before. Let's talk about why I said any key shape we want to. Okay. What happens sometimes is, obviously we have like Ultimate Guitar and these other things that says, okay, you're going to do Capo 3 and play it like you're going to play a G shape chord and all that. Okay, great. But the Capo will give you all of your options. For example, let's say I wanted to play Hey Jude, and it's in the key of F. This song is in the key of F. We have a 1 chord of F, which is the chord F. We have a 5 chord of F, which is the chord C. We have a 4 chord of F, which is the chord B flat. If you didn't want to play those chords, well, how do I want to play this? You know, I really like playing things as if they're in C and like I can pretend. So I could put the Capo on 5 and I could play the F here. I could play the 4 chord like this, or the 5 chord like this, and I could play all open chord shapes, okay? So it will allow you to do things you want in the shapes that you want them. Now, I'm going to talk about the term key shape. I'm going to talk about the outlining of the fretboard. The first thing that I want to talk about is the difference between key and key shape. Guitar players are the only instrumentalists that deal with this term key shape. Guitarists are the only instrumentalists that can actually pretend we're doing something that we're not. We can pretend we're playing in a key when we're really not. Okay? For example, if I had the Capo on the 2nd fret, okay, and I played a G chord, this is not a G chord. It looks like a G chord. It's actually a G shape, okay? It's just some shape, but it's not a G chord. This is a G chord that has been bumped up 2 frets. So if I took the note G and I bumped it up 2 frets, this is a G sharp, this is an A. That was actually an A chord, but it looked like a G. So let's say I was playing a song and I had Capo on the 2nd fret, and I had a G chord, a C chord, even just a G and a C chord. I could say, okay, this seems like it's in the key of G because it resolves to G. Okay, G and C, so I've got a 1 chord and a 4 chord in the key of G. Well, this is not in the key of G because I've moved it up, okay? Technically, this is in the key of A. So the difference between key and key shape, the key is what the actual notes actually are, what the actual chords actually are. This sounds like this is our 1 chord of G. It is the 1 chord, but this is not a G chord. This is technically an A. This is an A chord. Okay? So the actual key is the actual key, the actual notes you're playing. The key shape is whatever key it looks like it's in. That looked like it was in G. That is the key shape. Okay? So key is what it's actually in. What brand of Capo? I think is this a Shub Capo? This is Shub, S-H-U-B-B. I love these Capos. I also have some great G7th. If you're ever wanting a quick change, G7th Nashville Capo all the way. I like these because they're adjustable, just a little more old school. Key is what the song is actually in. Key shape is what it looks like it's in. So, again, let's go back to what I said about outlining the fretboard now. How do we outline the fretboard? Did we learn something this week that allowed us to outline the fretboard or create a blueprint of the fretboard? Do you remember for the cage system session, we talked about the cage blueprint, and we also talked about that for the 4th night as well. The cage blueprint is a blueprint of our key. So let's take Hey Jude. Let's take Hey Jude here. Hey Jude was in the key of F. Do you guys want to play in the key of F? We've got an F chord. We've got a C chord. That's open. Then we've got a B flat. We've got to play some of those in bar chords, right? So probably we don't want to be playing in that. But that's the key. So how can we play Hey Jude where we don't have to play bar chords? We can play it in another key shape. This is where the cage system comes into play. Okay. What's the best way of me to start? The best way I can start doing that. Let's think about it like this. Remember in our cage system session, there are only 5 open chords that you can play completely open on the guitar. C, A, G, E, D. Therefore, there are only 5 key shapes that you can play on the guitar where you do not need any bar chords. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to outline our guitar fretboard with the caged blueprint for the actual key that we're playing in. Now, what I'm first going to do here, you know what? Let me do this for F. I usually do this for C, but for the sake of time, I do have a capo theory course for all tiers. You guys can get that and check it out. I've got some capo stuff on YouTube, but let me do this for the key of F. So if we're playing a song in the key of F and we don't want to play these like crazy bar chords, let's outline the guitar fretboard to show us where we can play this in an open key shape. So what we need to do here is we need to find the cage blueprint for the key of F. Find the cage blueprint for the key of F. Does anybody in here remember how we find the cage blueprint for a key? How do we find the cage blueprint of F? What actually is that? It's very simple. All we need to do is we need to find the 5 cage system shapes of the 1 chord of that key. So let's find the 5 cage system shapes of the F chord because that's the 1 chord in the key of F. So I need to find the 5 cage system shapes of the F chord. If you do not know how to do this, this was in night 3 of our bootcamp session when I talked about the cage system. I'm going to first play an F in the C shape. Now you don't have to play it, even if you just outline it, that's fine. And let me say this here so that you don't freak out. I'm right now showing you how it's made. I also have a cheat sheet for you that you don't have to do any of this, okay? So stick around and I'll show you that cheat sheet, okay? But you know me, I want to show you the why and the how behind this. I'm going to start with F in the C shape. You don't have to play it, but I'm going to play it because I am the teacher. Here we go. F in the C shape. Now let's connect all 5 cage system shape of F. Furthest fret bar down, here's F in the A shape. Furthest fret bar down, F in the G shape. Furthest fret bar down, F in the E shape. Remember how we can, once the index finger bar is on or past the 12th fret, let's take it down. This is on 13. 13 minus 12 is 1. I can take it here, F in the E shape. Furthest fret, F in the D shape. Then second to last fret takes me back to where I started. So I've got F in the C shape, F in the A shape, F in the G shape, F in the E shape, F in the D shape. I know I'm going fast. You don't need to be able to play all of that right now. I'm going to show you the cheat sheet here in a little bit, but I do want to show you, if you can bear with me for the next like 5 minutes, I do want to show you how this is done. We have five shapes of F. That is our blueprint for the key of F. Now, every place, every location I had my index finger bar, that is now a capo location. So I could have capo 5, I could have capo 8, I could have capo 10, I could have capo 1, and I could have capo 3. So let's think about that first. Every location of my index finger bar is a possible capo location, and there's 5 total. The shape of the cage system shape that my fingers were forming, that is the key shape. That is the shape of our 1 chord. That is now our pretend key. So and I will do this for the chords for Hey Jude in each of the 5 locations. We could have in the key, it was still playing in the key of F. We could do capo 5 and play it as if it's in C, pretending I'm playing in the key of C. I could do capo 8 and pretend I'm in the key of A. I could do capo, now this is one a lot of people like, this would probably be too high though, but I could do capo 10 and pretend I'm in the key of G. That's an easy one. I could do capo 1 and pretend I'm in the key of E. I could do capo 3 and pretend I'm in the key of D. Okay, so now let me just first show you what the resolution chords or the 1 chords would be like for this. So in the key of F, I could do capo 5, and play as if I'm in C. Now I'm going to talk about how do I know what chords is the next, what is the next chord? What does it look like? I will talk about that here in just a second. But I could do capo 5, play it in the key shape of C, so I'm still in the key of F, but I'm pretending I'm in the key of C. Okay? I could also do, remember what we said? We had capo 8, and I can pretend like I'm in the key of A. I could also do, this is a little high, but if you want it to sound like you're playing a mandolin, go for it. I could do capo 10 and play it as if I'm in G. I could also do capo 1 and pretend like I'm playing it as if I'm in E. I could also do capo 3 and play it as if I'm in D. Do you see how that's the same chord? That's the F chord. I'm just using a capo instead of my index finger. So that is how you outline Shapes of E. So that is how you outline the blueprint for your key when using the capo. You find the caged blueprint of the key you're in. If we're playing this song in the key of F, and let's say you're covering this song and you've got to figure out, where do I put my capo? I don't want to play these chords, especially if I got to sing with it. That's a lot, right? So we find the caged blueprint of the key. So 5 cage system shapes of the F chord, wherever your index finger bar is, that's a capo location. Whatever shape you're forming, that is the new key shape, or the key that you're pretending to play in. Okay, so let's figure out what the chords would actually be here. This is where the Nashville number system from night 1, session 1, or music theory session comes into play. Here are the chords of Hey Jude. It's in the key of F. We have an F chord, a C7. We're just going to play a C as normal. And if you guys are trying to analyze songs or learn songs and the sevenths or numbers on the chords freak you out, just pretend like it's not there. So let's just do F, C, and B flat. Those are the 3 chords we're going to focus on. We'll just do the verses for this. F, C, and B flat. Now this song is in the key of F, so let's figure out the Nashville number system for this song. F, C, and B flat in the key of F. Let's open up our Nashville number system chord chart and let's go to the key of F. The first chord we had was an F chord, so that is our 1 chord. The next chord we had was a C chord. That is our 5 chord. Then we had a B flat. That's our 4 chord. So this chord progression for Hey Jude, it's in the key of F, but the chord progression is a 1, 5, 4 chord progression. 1, 5, 4. Okay? So we're still playing in the key of F. It's 1, 5, 4. But we remember our first option was I could do capo 5 and play it as if it's in C. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that 1, 5, 4 chord progression and figure out what a 1, 4, 5 is in C. But this is where I say guitar players we can imagine, we are imagining and pretending we're in the key of C. So a 1, 5, 4 chord progression in the key of C, let's see what that is. 1 would be C, 5 would be G, and 4 would be F. Okay, so it's going to be a C, it's going to look like a C, G, F. So if I was playing the chord progression, the 1, 4, 5 chord progression of Hey Jude, and I wanted to do this the first capo position we're going to look at here is the C shape. That's capo 5 played as if it's in C. My 1 is going to look like a C. My 5 is going to look like a G. My 4 is going to look like an F. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad. Oh, sorry, not a sad. And make it better. Now I'm going to go to the 4. Okay, so it's the exact same chord progression, a 1, 5, 4, but now I can play it as if it's in C. So our next option, and you guys don't have to be memorizing this again, I have a chart explaining all of this, but our next option was capo 8, and I could play it as if it's in A. So what's a 1, 5, 4 in the key of A? A would be 1, A, B, C, D, D would be 4, excuse me, I'm trying to do 5. A, B, C, D, E, E would be 5, A, B, C, D would be 4. It would be an A. It's going to look like an A, E, D. Hey, Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song. I know it's not a 7. And make it better. 4 chord of D. Same exact chord progression. I'm just now playing it as if it's an A. Now the next one, our next option was capo 10, and I could play it as if it's in G. What's a 1, 5, 4 in G? Okay, G is my 1, G, A, B, C is the 4, D is the 5, so it's going to be a G, D, C. Hey, G, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. I'll do a C9. There we go. It's the same song. Now it's just really high. And this is kind of cool because if you have like another acoustic guitar playing way down low, maybe I want to play it up there. Maybe I can use this as a creative tool to give me some options. Our next one was capo 1, and we could play it as if it's an E. Now this is the one most people want to run away from because what's a 5 chord in the key of E? E, F, G, A, B. It's a B. I'm going to have to do that as a bar. Well, I have this tab that I've given you, and it's the PDF in the extra resources folder. I usually don't give this away, but I'm giving it to you guys. Trying to be as generous as I can, give you everything I can. If I never see you again, I want to give you enough to really use this week. It's called New Voicings, and I'll show you that to you at the end. You will find some of these key shapes that might have chords you think have to be bar chords, like a B. Well, we don't need to. I do it like this. I basically play a power chord, and I just keep the high E and B string open. So this is what it's going to look like. E is my 1, and B is my 5, and A is my 4. Here's what I would do if I was playing Hey Jude in the key shape of E. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. You can start to make it better. I really like that, and I'm not playing a bar. I have that completely open. Now the final one was Capo 3, playing it as if it's in D. Let's find our 1-5-4 in the key shape of D, or key of D. D is the 1, D, E, F, G is the 4, and A is the 5. So it's going to be a D, A, and G. Here we go. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. You probably get it now, right? So I've played the exact same song, the exact same chords, in the exact same key, but I have changed the key shape in which I'm playing it. It is the exact same thing, but it looks like I'm doing something different, okay? This is where we get like different voicings. If you want it to be voiced higher or placed higher, obviously play it like that. If I'm playing with a violin and a mandolin and doing some acoustic thing of Hey Jude, and those are really high instruments, I probably want to do something where I'm capoing down here. Or let's say I'm playing with another acoustic guitar who's doing like really thick chords, and a bass player and a keyboard player playing way low. I might want to play a little bit higher. I might do that key shape of A. Okay, so that hopefully that makes sense as to how this actually works. So the next time you're trying to learn a song, and I know there's capo charts online, and Ultimate Guitar gives you like 2 options or 2 versions. There's always 5. There's always 5. You could say, okay, we're playing Purple Rain in the key of B flat. No problem. Let's find the 5 cage system shapes of B flat. Here's where I could put it. And we know our 1-4, we could probably know our 1-4-5 of the key of G, or key of A, key of these open keys. So I want to show you the first PDF that's in here. The first PDF is the capo chart. This will be, if you are an acoustic guitar player, if you're a rhythm guitar player, this is going to be your best friend. The first column are all of the keys that we have in music. The next 5 columns are where you're going to place your capo if you want to play as if you are in that key. Yeah, someone said this is great for worship team. Last minute changes. Absolutely. So let's say I had to play something in the key of B flat. I could do capo 10 and I could play it as if it's in C. I could do capo 1 and play it as if it's in A. I could do capo 3 and play it as if it's in G. That's probably what most people would do in the key of B flat. I could do capo 6, play it as if it's in E, and capo 8, play it as if it's in D. Hopefully that makes sense there. Now, this is absolutely fantastic because it shows you all of your options, but something that is important to understand is this is like kind of half the battle here. We still need to understand what the Nashville number system would be of the original chord progression. Okay, like this is a 1-5-4. So then if I'm playing it as if it's in G, what's a 1-4-5 in G? So if you have this and you have your Nashville number system chart, you are able to do this, guys. You are completely able to do this, okay? For also no capo is a capo placement, and obviously the open keys would have that. Now, something I want to address is why I'm starting with the C shape. I'm not starting in the, like, where's the close, what happens when I put my capo on 1, or what happens if I put my capo on, none of that. What I usually see is, and I play for a lot of churches and I work with a lot of worship leaders. You'll see this in country music. When I work with some country artists, I also find this as well. Okay, we're going to play the song in B flat. So what happens when I put my Capo 1-1 or Capo 1-2 or Capo 1-3? Okay, well now what happens if I'm in the key of E flat, Capo 1? We don't want to be starting like that. I say the cage system is a great equalizer because everything is mapped out pretty much the same. We just move it around. Remember, for our pentatonic scale or our cage system shapes, we can just move it around, okay? So if you've noticed, when I did those 5 Capo locations for the key of F, I didn't just start with the lowest sounding one. I started with the C shape. If we can always start with the C shape, it's going to make everything kind of feel like what we just did in the previous key. We don't want anything to feel like it's happening at random. And that is where guitar players get confused. And there's a divine order to everything we do in music. There should never be confusion or chaos when we're doing this, okay? So if we can use the cage system cycle when we're doing this, it's going to make everything make sense. For example, if I did want to play a song in the key of B flat, let's start with the C shape. B flat in the C shape is, okay, Capo 10, play it as if it's in C. Now the A shape, now the G shape, E shape, so on and so forth. You want to get in the habit of doing that. Now that is the first PDF. That is probably one of the most beneficial things I can give you as an acoustic guitar player. Just little sidebar here. I did not do this bonus session last year when I've run this bootcamp twice. I've never done my capo theory stuff. I have had so many people wanting to get into the membership program, and I know there's way more people that are wanting the membership than slots available. So honestly, what I'm trying to do, and I've said this before, I want to give you as much as possible just in case you never take a lesson from me or you never learn from me anymore, or you have to wait a year to get into the gold or platinum membership. I want to give you as much as possible. Okay. So this, I've really been trying to figure out, and it took me a while to figure out if I should do capo theory or not. And honestly, we've not touched a lot on rhythm guitar, and I thought this could be a very, very valuable thing, and this will take you really far. That capo chart is one of the most important things you will ever learn. Okay, so that again is in the extra Dropbox, not available anytime. Guys, if you have downloaded that, can someone just say that it worked for you so I know it's not a Dropbox error here. I'll try to do what I can to put that in another place for you guys. And I can even, what I can do is you know what? I can send out an email with it if it's not working. The file's not working. Okay, I will put, I'll send out an email with those. If somebody has been able to download it, let me. Dropbox is worked for me. Okay, so it's working for some people. I will say, if you are able to, not working for me. Okay, it's like half and half. Says it's empty. Let me see. Let me just give me 1 second here just to see if I can. Let me put that in there just to see if it is. Bear with me. I want to make sure that you guys get this. Okay. Give me just about 30 seconds here to drop this in here so I know it's there. Wow, the entire thing is empty. I don't know how that happened. Okay, this should not be empty. Okay, let me go ahead and dump the capo thing in there, and I will I'm gonna fix this YouTube video will be up here. I'm gonna put the capo chart in there right now so you guys have it. It just refreshed. If you go ahead and click on it now, the capo chart should be in there. I'm wondering if there's like one or two other students that have access to edit it. I gotta fix that. I will, this YouTube video will be up after the session. It's up till next week. I'm going to update that link so that's working. Yeah. Guys, see if you can click it and refresh it and see if it's in there now. It's there now. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to dump everything. I had so many resources in there. I'm going to put that back in there right as soon as we're done here. And that link should be working. Just for the future, just make sure when things are in there, just go ahead and download them now. Okay, it's there now. Okay, perfect. I don't know why that was, why it was doing that. Okay, we'll make sure all of that gets in there. Okay. I do all my lesson stuff through Dropbox. I need to start using Google Drive, and I just need to change everything with that. Got it. Okay, guys, so download that now. If you check back in that link, bookmark that link, and I'll put all of the resources that were originally in there. We had like major scale cage system stuff. I'll put that in there later today. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that was everything I want to talk about with capo theory, but one thing I do want to address is if we're playing like in the key shape of E, well, what if we don't want to play bar chords? Okay, because there's some chords that we have to play bar chords for some of this stuff, right? Like let's say I'm in the key of D and I have to play a minor 6. Well, isn't that B minor? I don't want to play a B minor as a bar. Or what if I'm in the key of A and my minor 6 is an F sharp minor? I don't want to do that. So what I have done is I've given you access to, and now that I say that, I realize it's not in there. Okay, let me put it in here as well. I'm going to give you access to a PDF that's going to be called New Voicings tab. If you click on that, I just put it in Dropbox. If you refresh it, it should be there. It's going to look like this. What this shows you is you have your 5 key shapes. So as if we're playing in C, as if we're playing in A, as if we're playing in G, as if we're playing in E. I actually have 2 for E, as if we're playing in D. And what I have done here is I have given you all of the diatonic chords or the Nashville number system chords possible for that new key shape. Now I did not do the diminished 7 because that's usually never used. So I have, if we're playing a song in the key of C, usually songs are just 1, 4, 5, 6 chord progressions. Great. But I also throw in the minor 2 and minor 3 if you want. Now, some of these, like I have this really cool way of playing a G. You don't need to play it like that. This is a 5 with the ring finger on the A string, a 5 on the D string with the pinky, a 0, a 3 with the index finger on the B string. It's an awesome way of playing it. You don't have to play it like that. But these are just some cooler new voicings. But the ones that would have been bar chords, like a B minor or a C sharp minor, are no longer bar chords. So check this out. The way that you have it is here's the chord symbol. Like this is a B minor. It's a 2, 0, 2, 3, 0. So this would be a low E string. This is the high. So this would be index on 2 of the A string, open, middle on 2 of the G string, ring on 3 of the B string, and open. Okay. I'm going to show you some of the ones that most people struggle with and how I actually make them non-bar. There's always a way to play something without a bar. I really believe that. Awesome. Let me get back to this here. Okay. So, let's talk about B minor. So this is how I like to do an open B minor. Now I'm going to get some pedantic people saying, oh, it's technically a B minor 7. Yeah, it is. But you can change a chord as long as you do not alter the root of the chord. It's still a B. And as long as you don't alter the quality, it's still a minor. And as long as you don't alter the function. So if the root of the chord, if it's still a B, yes, it is. This is a B minor. This is a B minor. Yes, it is. Is it still minor? Yeah, this is a B minor. This is also a B minor. Even if I throw in a 7th, because this technically has the note A, which we don't even need to be thinking that way, but it's still functioning like a minor 6 in the key of D. Here's that B minor. Now I'm going to do the open version of B minor. I personally like it better. I love that B minor. Again, that's nothing on the low E string, index on 2, open, middle on 2, ring on 3, 0. That's my go-to B minor, okay? Now another one is an F sharp minor if you're in the key of A. Here's a normal F sharp minor where we've got our bar on the 2nd fret. We're going to take the bar off. And we're going to place our index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. So we have nothing on the low E string. We have ring finger on 2 of the A string, pinky on 2 of the D string, and index on... I'm sorry. Wrong. Start over. Caitlin's had a long day already. Nothing on the low E string. Ring on 4 of the A string. Pinky on 4 of the D string, and index on 2 of the G string. That would have been a really weird sounding chord, but there it is. Okay, that's what I do for F sharp. So if I had a 1, 4, 5, and 1, 4, 5, 6 in the key of A... beautiful. And then let's talk about that key of E. The 1 is E, the 4 is A, the 5 is a B, and the 6 is a C sharp minor. We don't want to do bar chords, right? We don't have to. So the 1, we can obviously just do E there. That's fine. We can also do an A as normal if we want to. But the B, what I do here, it's basically a B in the A shape, but I just do index, ring, ring. So index on 2 of the A string, ring on 4 of the D string, and pinky on 4 of the G string. The B string and the high E string are open. New voicings are there. Awesome. Thank you guys. Now for C sharp minor, what we're going to do is we're going to basically invert the ring and index. I'm going to put ring finger directionally up one string and index down. And so now it's 4, 2, 4. So a 1, 4, 5, 6 in E. And there's also some other options that I put in there, but it's important to know if you're playing just diatonic chords, major 1, 4, 5, minor 2, 3, 6, there's never a need to really have to play a full bar. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Again, I really wanted today to be able to give you as many helpful tips that I can on rhythm guitar playing, because we did so much with the lead guitar playing for the application stuff, and I wanted to do a little bit more with this. So hopefully today you have learned quite a bit when it comes to lead guitar. And again, I apologize on the Dropbox. I don't know why it was doing that, but I will make sure I'm going to do that as soon as I'm done with this session. I'm going to update it and make sure everything is in there. Great. So that is everything that I wanted to do for the teaching segment. One other thing, I did not screen share this, but I want to show you back in the beginning when I did talk about the All Access membership and what happens when you purchase it. Again, you go to that home page, you get on there at 5:55, be refreshing it, okay, Eastern time. Then it takes you to, you select your membership, it takes you to the membership page. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to click purchase, and then it takes you to this telling you, okay, you've now purchased the gold membership. You can read through this. You can go to the courses or community group, or you can contact me if you want to. And then it will send you an automated email giving you the courses. It doesn't give the community group in the automated email. I will be giving that to you as well later on. But what you're going to do is you're going to be patient. And within the next 24 hours, you're going to get an email that will look like this, whatever your level of access is. And it will give you a link for the courses. It will give you a link to the community group if you are gold and platinum. If you're one of the first 5 gold members, again, the first 5 gold get the free one-on-one action plan call with me that you can book it, and it will give you the link to book it there. If you also just want to book a lesson at any time, that link is also there. If you are platinum members, there will be directions on how to book your one-on-one calls with me, okay? So all of that will be getting to you within 24 hours. If you are gold and platinum, there will also be information at the bottom about our welcome live stream. I will be sending you, once you are in gold and platinum, I send you emails on things, notify you when things happen. So we'll talk about that, the community group with all of that. So please, when you purchase your membership, again, don't freak out if that email that I just showed you does not come immediately. You will get an automated one confirming your purchase, but that one that says, it's a little more personalized. It says, welcome to the Academy. Like, we're so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here, and all of this stuff. That it's within a 24-hour window. Okay. If for any reason you have issues with the purchase, or you have issues with, oh my gosh, I didn't get an email or anything. You guys have my contact, the contact here, all of that. Please just reach out at any time. Again, just go to Caitlin if you go to CaitlinCaggiano.com/contact, you can contact me there. I know I have said before, like, during my bootcamp season, I try to respond to as many people as possible, because this is my season of truly helping as many people as I possibly can. It gets a little bit exhausting toward the end of the week, but I try to do as best I can. And I know I have said, like, throughout the rest of the year, really the only people that I answer questions for, or answer the contact for, are my all access members, gold and platinum. I try to really help silver, but gold and platinum those are the ones that are guaranteed, interaction with me. However, there's a 14-day window for, like, being able to get your money back if you don't. And I offer that because I truly believe in the product. I truly believe in what we're doing here. And again, I have had one person have to change it. But, for this 14-day window, if you do have questions on things like, I can't find the courses, I can't access this, everything is fairly self-explanatory with what we're working through. But if you are kind of like me and I'm not super tech savvy with some things, just contact me and be like, hey, I can't find this course, or I finished this course, can I go back? Whatever it is, guys, please, I'm here. Be patient with me, because again, I don't have a team of people. I am trying to be as present and personable for you as I possibly can. But you reach out if we have anything. There will be you are not going to be in a situation where you purchase the silver membership today and you, oh my gosh, I can't figure out how to log in for the courses. I can't see that there. You will be seeing them, but just God forbid there was something, you don't have to be going through some like AI chatbot and like wait for somebody to respond to you like that, where it's not even a real human. Okay. So, we'll take care of everything that we need to. My heart is to serve you in the best way possible. And that's also why even for, I originally had the prices like 6 months ago when I was planning on doing this, and they were, honest to God, they were double what they are now. And I cut everything in half, and the prices that I've really been established with for honestly the last 3 months or so is, I'm trying to help as many people as possible with this. So the prices that you see tonight will be the lowest. They could be near double what they are for next year. Okay. Again, if you want platinum, go for it. If you can't get platinum, get into gold. If you want gold and can't get it, get into silver, and you contact me, say, hey, put me on the list just in case someone backs out. Cannot guarantee that anybody will back out, but I'm going to do what I can to be fair to everybody. Okay. I'm going to have time for a Q&A. If it's okay with you guys, I'm going to limit this to a 10-minute Q&A. It's 4:00 my time. I have an Italian family, a very Italian family, and we're doing a family dinner tonight at my parents' house. So I have a 6:00 dinner, and so I'm going to get everything up. So within the next 2 hours, I'm going to be hustling and bustling to get everything in. Okay. So I just have to tell you right now, I am so proud of each and every person in here. If you have made it through all the bootcamp sessions, it is not easy. I am so proud of you. And regardless if I ever see you again, if you ever watch another video, if you never learn from me again, please know you need to be so proud of yourself for getting through this week. You have successfully listened to lectures on the most important fundamental things that guitar players should learn. And I hope this inspires you to be practicing those things so you can really become the best guitar player possible. I hope you became a better guitar player during this boot camp. I hope if anything, you know, you are loved, you are seen, you are valued, and there's a lot of competition in the guitar learning world. And I want every person in here to know that there is nobody like you, and your life matters. You have so much worth and value and something so special to offer that nobody else can, because you are completely unique, and that will show in your guitar playing. Okay. And that also means because we're all different, we all have different journeys of guitar learning. But it has been an absolute honor to be able to help each and every one of you. I'm going to cry. To be able to help so many people. I started teaching guitar when I was 15 years old, and throughout my life, I have had a lot of performance opportunities. I've had a lot of, things that I have turned down because I have gotten really sick of hearing students of mine say, oh, I took lessons with so-and-so, but they had to stop teaching because they went on the road with this famous artist, or I don't want that to happen. And I never want any of my guitar students to say, yeah, she was a great teacher for 1 year and then she left to go tour with so-and-so. I have turned down so many things in life so that my students will never have to experience that. I am 100% committed. This is the reason why I'm on this earth. And I want you to know how much I truly am invested in your journey. So I thank you so much for all of this, for being a part of this. I know I've poured out a lot. You guys have blessed me more than you will ever know. I really appreciate that. And every person in here that has picked up a guitar, bless other people with it. This world needs more love. This world needs, people need to know that life is worth living, and there's still hope. There's still beauty. There's still love to go around, and please share that with people. So I really appreciate everybody in here. Thank you so much. I hope that I see you in the All Access membership. The doors will be open until Friday at midnight Eastern. They will open again in 2027. We will run our boot camp again in 2027 at the top of the year. I love you guys so much. There is in the contact, I put contact me/feedback. If there's any feedback that you would like to give, whether good or bad, let me know. If there's, different topics you would like to see, or if you just want to share your experience with this boot camp, please send it. I will read each and every one. Okay, so please share any feedback that you have with me with that. I love you all. If we got 5 minutes for a Q&A, I'm sorry, I got to run here at 4 o'clock my time. So any questions on anything, and we'll make this one a little bit shorter, okay? Awesome, guys. I love you guys so much. Oh no, did we? Oh, there it is. It's still working. Oh, is my Wi-Fi being weird here? For your strumming section today, how are you positioning the pick as you strum up and down? So I have it, I kind of have it choked up a little bit, but the most important thing is my hands are out, my fingers are extended. That will create less tension. That's really the most important thing for holding the pick, is have those fingers out. That's personally what I do. Where do you place the capo between the frets? Oh, very good. Okay, so if you have not placed the capo on the frets before, really the capo is basically acting like the new fret. So I personally place it right on top of it, and then just a teeny bit behind, so that if you stare straight at it, it looks like it's directly, it looks like it's directly on the fret. Let me move the microphone so I can actually do this with the right angle. Okay, so this is exactly how I put the capo. If you place it where when you stare at it, it looks like it's covering up the fret, but if you stare at it like this, you can still see the silver bar of the fret. So it kind of looks like it's exactly on it, but then if you can angle it, you still see the silver fret. That's exactly where I place it, okay? What gauge strings do you use on electric? Electrics, I use 10s. I use Diodario XTs, 10s. Acoustic, 11s. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think there was a glitch in the YouTube video or something. There was a glitch in the chat. Excellent, guys. Feedback, you usually get what you pay for, but in this case, we got some awesome. Thank you, guys. Brandon, thank you. Brandon, you had some great videos. Leon, so good to see you. Yeah, Leon's been a member for the last year. He's been doing amazing things. Yeah, I will say the membership is worth it. It really is. Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much. It's been an amazing journey. It's been honored to be on the journey with you. 1 second. When we play with the capo, did that become 0 if we were reading tabs? Yes. Tabs are in relation to the capo. Yeah, thank you so much. You're the best. You're the best. Okay, well, wonderful. Everybody, thank you so much for attending this year's Guitar Transformation Bootcamp. I think we can safely say, everybody in here that's attending this session, you have successfully graduated from the Guitar Transformation Bootcamp. This is class of 2026. I will be seeing you all next year for the Guitar Transformation Bootcamp, but make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I have a tendency of hopping on and doing some live sessions every now and then throughout the year. So be sure you hit that subscribe button. You get notifications from me. Make sure you like these videos. And it's going to be an exciting night. I am so excited to welcome so many of you into the All Access membership, where we can continue the transformation for the rest of our lives. I love you all. One more question. Should we enter a credit card into the wallet on your website to quicken the purchase? You can. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Yeah. All major credit and debit cards, Apple Pay. The only thing, it's just the way I have to do this is I don't do PayPal. That's because the fees are crazy, and I would have to make this much more expensive for you if I was doing PayPal. Mara Maiden, thank you. Thank you so much. All 6 sessions were excellent. You stuck through all 6. That's absolutely amazing. I appreciate that, guys. Yes, you all graduated. I love you all. Hope to see you all in the membership program. Be on there, be refreshing that page. Let's get them in here. And I love you. I love you guys. Congratulations. Bye.